Yes, sir. But it's going to be Moderna. And the good thing about this one is we had a plan of action for the morning, which didn't work out and didn't get the trade. But we did get a trade a little bit later on in the session. I'll walk you through the notion here. Now, I wanted to buy a dip on Moderna. It's a holiday half-day session, and that's the key. And my experience has usually taught me that a lot of times you'll get on a strong stock, you might get that fade in at 9:30 and look to actually catch a bit of a bounce on liquidity. What ends up happening here is not that. We didn't buy the dip, but I want to start it off by looking at this cluster right around $350 on Moderna in the daily chart. You go right down to that flush out, wipe out 210 bottom. Now, bottom to top, you're going to look at 210, consolidation right around 280. That's $70. 280 to 350, my math is pretty good. That's back up to 350. So nice symmetry here at that 350 price. And so when I came in the morning, I was looking for a dip buy Moderna. I was much more comfortable buying it off of like a 300 level than anything else. And right at the open, you're looking at an opening range 320 break, right? Or you're looking at consolidation at 315. When it starts dipping down, I'm actually thinking it's going to give you a fill at 300. It never happens. But the breakout, I don't like the risk to reward. I just can't bring myself to take a 320 break if I don't think I'm wrong till 300, and I think there's resistance at 350. So once that happens, I'm now sitting out the stock that I thought was going to be one of the best movers on the day, right? So you got to be patient with it. I knew 350 was going to be the level. I let it come all the way. It breaks 349, gets up to about 349.20-ish or so, it was about like 25, and then I got a 349 short. Now, admittedly, I'm going to scalp some out here in front of that 46 as it was consolidating, and then here's the missed opportunity. This is going to be a good trade that gets me down to that VWAP retracement, but that's not the key. The key is when it retested this top, and one of the things I said, actually when I filled in for Trader Pratt on the Memes and Movers midday show, I came in for just a couple of minutes and said, on a day like today, no hard stop at 350, area stop, let it break, trap some longs at that high, and then go to the short side. When there's less liquidity in the market, which you're going to get on a day like today, a lot of times stops are going to get run far easier. It happened to me in the morning on a lot of different symbols. But in a particular case, if you really like the level, go in there expecting you're going to give it an extra 50 cents, maybe an extra $1 on a $350 stock. Now, admittedly, it was my intention to get more shares when it came back down below 350 and it was clear it was a failed break. I actually crossed back in, tried to get, it was like 340, I think 348.64 I chased it down to, and then didn't get any more. So I wasn't quite fast enough there. We didn't get the rollover all the way into VWAP, but I was sitting in front of 335 and took it out. You're going to see it bounce here, but I'm not actually trying the long at this point in the day. This is when you want to bank your profits and look for the names that are moving. So that's Moderna. Missed out on the long that I wanted, but then waited patiently for the A+ setup on that short.